Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So it's that time again. I said this in my Dr. Disrespect video, but it feels like every month or so we have to have this conversation about a grown person using their position of influence as a YouTuber or streaming personality to have inappropriate conversations or contact with young people. And this time it's a member of Mr. Beast's crew. Kris Tyson has some allegations brought against her regarding messages that were sent in Discord servers and artwork that was purchased by a rather notorious artist, to say the least. Starting with the first part, the Discord messages and that stuff. This is oddly reminiscent of the Dr. Disrespect story, with messaging. With him specifically, it was messaging a young person through Twitch's Whisper program. There were direct messages going back and forth, and he claims that these messages led inappropriate. Now, of course, we don't have those messages at this time. Those haven't been released by any of the parties involved, so we don't really know what happened there. All we know is that Twitch thought it was extreme enough to ban him from the platform. Now, with this Ava stuff, she was in a public Discord server that she ran, or someone in her group ran, and all of these messages were sent in a public Discord server. The alleged victim has come forward to say that they don't feel like they were manipulated or groomed in any way, and that I, this might sound bad, but I don't. I think we still need to understand that even if you don't think something bad happened, this was a bad action. You know, this is still wrong to do. And like I said in my Dr. Disrespect video, it's up to you as the adult in this situation to set boundaries with your young fans. I have a Discord server for my community, and I have separate rooms for people that are adults and people that aren't, for just in case conversations lean a little weird. At least you can be aware that all the people who are there are adults and can handle those conversations. It's up to you, as the grown person, to be the smart one in this situation. There are some people who use this as an opportunity to justify their bigotry. They'll say that all trans people are groomers and that they need to be kept away from children because of the actions that Ava took. And while the actions are heinous and Ava should be held accountable for the things that she's done, this should never be a reason to try and justify bigotry because of what some person has done. If you see anybody who's doing that, you need to understand that they aren't coming from a place of good faith. I've seen in particular one person, it's a streamer named Flight. This compilation people are floating around saying he always knew that Ava was creepy or weird. And it's, no, this guy is just transphobic. There was no way he knew about these allegations when these clips came out. He's just a bigot. People are going to use that to their advantage right now. We need to be vigilant about that. Now, a lot of people are trying to compare this to Dr. Disrespect, and I don't know if that's the best comparison because, for one, we don't know exactly what Dr. Disrespect said. He made it seem like it was much worse than the messages we got between Ava and this other young person. The problem I really want to address here is with Shadman, the art that Ava purchased and had hung up in her house. This is a lolicon artist. There's no nice way to put this. That's the art that he made and that he was famous for. And maybe 10, 12 years ago, he was the guy you needed to know so you could be a cool person, so you could be a cool YouTuber. Almost all of your favorites have pictures with this guy. And this isn't a defense of him either. I vehemently dislike him. I dislike anybody who purchases this art, anybody who creates this art. It's disgusting. It's reprehensible. You are depicting minors in sexual ways, and that's bad. If you are going to drag Ava to hell and back for the Shadman Association, and you should, that's a good thing to do, I would say, there's a lot of people you have to go after. And I think it's going to be worth it for you to try that. There's a link in the description of the current compilation on YouTube Drama of the people who have associations with him. But just to top off the list for you, co-creator of Smiling Friends. not only is a good friend of Shadman, housed him for a while. So you got to start making some choices soon. If you want to burn somebody because of their relation with Shadman, and again, can't stress this enough, yes, this is a good idea. You got to start with all of them. You can't leave any stone unturned with this. And I'm glad that this is happening, to be honest. Like I said, I dislike Lowly Khan. I dislike the artists, the people who consume this artwork. To me, what it reminded me of for the longest time, the people who claimed that they were fans of it, it's porn consumption for the purpose of owning the libs. You know, people say that they do it to be edgy, to be, to make people angry and stuff like that. And sure, it works. And now people are going to be angry enough that they actually do something about it. Now it's not just because people are sensitive and in their sensibilities. People realize this is disgusting and gross. So let's keep up this energy for everybody. This is not a defense of Ava. I hope nobody thinks it that way. She needs to pay for the things she's done. She needs to own up to the relation with Shadman. You have stuff like that hung up in your house. I'm sorry, but I don't think you're a good person. People should call you out for that stuff. But we have a lot of work to do with this. We have a lot of ground to cover, and I hope you're all ready for it. But until we get more of these people starting to own up to their past, y'all try to have a good day.